Hello, this is Rebecca Victor, and I'm happy to be here with you. I'm a world-class spiritual life and visionary leadership coach. And I'm here to talk to you today in the last of a series of videos that we have regarding how to build a dream. The information I share with you is the information I share with my clients. My clients are innovators, they're teachers, they're creators, they're leaders, they're visionaries. They are people who are choosing to step out of the boundaries of their own thinking to allow themselves to live a life that makes them happy. A life with the relationships they want to have, the money they want to have, the life experiences they want to have, and then the way of expressing in the world. So this time I'm going to be sharing with you, this is actually video 4 of a 4-part series for the month of July, which was dedicated to creating a dream for our lives. Why it was important, how to create it, how to really begin to own it, to put it on, to wear it, and then what to do when all of a sudden doubt starts to show up. When at first you felt so strong and powerful about it, only to find that that didn't feel like it was enough when the doubts start to show up. Well, today we're going to talk about what happens as you begin to look at your vision, your dream, the thing that you want to have happen, and you notice that the excitement level that was there before is kind of changing. And what you thought you wanted, you're not sure if you want it anymore, or you don't want it in that way, or maybe you want something different. So in this, we're going to be talking about how to make adjustments in your dream that you're creating for yourself, your vision, so that you have the opportunity in making those adjustments to experience again your dream, your vision, so that it excites you, it fuels you, it lights you up inside. You see, the first thing to remember in making adjustments when we're having a dream or creating a dream, not having a dream, we're creating a dream. So, the first thing is to expect that you will be making adjustments. It's kind of like when I was an OSHA inspector and I climbed the top of a tower crane to inspect it. And I remember working with the crane operator and how we were talking. He said, you would think that this crane would need to be still and stiff to feel secure. He said, but actually it needs to sway, needs to be able to move, to kind of match, to have a little flexibility, because too much rigidity and it's going to snap. He said it's actually safer. And I think about that when I think about making adjustments, because you see, as we build a dream, we need to release the rigidity. We need to be flexible, like that tower crane, moving with the wind. And the wind representing changes in our lives. The fact that as we start to pursue our dreams, there's going to be changes. We're going to grow. We're going to evolve. The things that we thought we wanted are going to suddenly not be as important. Something else is going to start to take its place. And when that happens, it isn't because what we dreamed about initially was wrong. As a matter of fact, oftentimes what we dream about initially is the perfect jumping off point so that we can begin. We have to start with right where we are at. And so that means that the dream represents and comes to us and expresses from us in a way that we can most readily grow and evolve and learn what is ours to learn. It's kind of like a child who is learning how to read. Before they can ever get out and read books, they have to know what a letter is. And then they have to know that the letter's got a sound. And then you can put them together and they create sounds and words, and the words have meanings and can create sentences. But it doesn't mean as they were learning that any part of the process they were learning is any less important than the other. And so as you're evolving in the dream and you're making adjustments, it's the same thing. You're learning tools, vehicles. You're learning it's possible. You're giving yourself permission to step out in a new and different way. And so as you gain greater trust and greater faith in this idea that you can create your life, a life that you would love to live, then it's going to evolve as you evolve. So it's really important to be flexible. So expect it. Expect that it's going to happen. And then when it does happen, what I want you to do is to pay attention. Pay attention to how you are feeling. As I mentioned, if you find that all of a sudden this vision you've been going for somehow is starting to dry up and you're not quite sure why, and oh my God, I've invested all this time, what does this mean? No. Remember, all it will do is you open up and you start to pay attention to what feels better, and then what starts to ignite that flame again in you. Then you can start making modifications in this dream that you have to honor the evolution. You don't have to cast away something that you've been dreaming that you're changing. You build on it. You use that as a foundation to build upon. So pay attention, because you want to build upon the things that when you build upon them, again, have that level and depth of excitement that you had when you first began, that you called and were like, wow, this feels so great. So pay attention to how you're feeling, because that's where you want to be in this work. You want to be what truly honors you, what causes your heart to beat, and you to say yes to life. And when you are allowing yourself to become aware of what matters to you, then the last thing you can do in the idea of making adjustments is to be curious. If you found that the dream is kind of like shifting and you're not quite sure, and it's okay if at first there's no clear overarching idea of the new dream. What you do is you follow what's feeling good, what's feeling better, and you start to honor that as that calling, so that when it starts to fire up inside you, you're like, oh, there it is, this is it. And be curious, because it can come around in so many different ways. Allow the process to teach you about you, to teach you truly about how marvelous you are. And I say marvelous because you are. How do I know? Because I am. And I do know that I'm not an exception. I'm unique, but I'm not the exception. So be curious, so you can pay attention and listen and allow for the changes, so that you can kind of move back and forth and not have yourself snapped because something didn't turn out right and you're frustrated and you toss it all out. No. Be like that tower crane, moving with the wind. I hope you've enjoyed this series. The series of creating a dream for you. A dream that when you wake up, you just can't help but be thankful that you're living. You're like, yes, I'm living. My life is good. Who and what I'm discovering about myself is incredible. I'm learning so much more than I ever figured I would. And I kind of like it. So remember, in the dream, they serve a purpose, our dreams. Pay attention to them. Identify them. Connect with the ones that have the most power for you. Give yourself permission to play in the realm of your imagination. Dream in the theater of your mind. When doubt comes in, remember, let it go. Or cut it early. Or make the decision to take action to shift. And then claim your dream with a step. And if adjustments need to be made, make them. With freedom, paying attention to what feels right and invigorating and uplifting as you're curious. Have a great week. And I look forward to seeing you in August with a new idea, a new topic, a new way to support you in living the dream and living the life, having the love, the health, the prosperity, and the vocation that you desire. Bye-bye now.